Hello and welcome back to Oscar Recap. Today we will recap.
This little boy wants to catch a train. He climbed up to the signal light. He took out a red marker and painted the yellow light red. The driver was really fooled. The train stops. It was the first time the boy had ever run away from home. He pushed his suitcase onto the train, but before he could climb aboard, the two stewards found him. In his haste, the boy dives under the train. At that moment, the train started to move. Luckily, the boy reacted quickly. He was lucky to escape the wheels. He makes his way to the freight conveyor. He climbs straight on and, turning on the switch. It was the first time the boy had left home. The train moves on, through the mountains and hills. The train soon arrives at the next stop in the industrial area. But before the train has even stopped, the boy sees some safety officers approaching. In desperation, the boy hid inside the caravan he was being transported in. The wardens heard the commotion. They came to check. The door was unlocked. He looked in through the window. The little boy was not moving at all. He was disguised as an advertising mannequin. But why was the mannequin still sniffling? There was no time to think. The train whistle blows. It was time to leave again. The caretaker's uncle is gone. The boy has survived. He's in a good mood. Looking at the lush forest, he's practicing his self-defense skills. He even started to prepare his acceptance speech. Yes, he did. He ran away from home this time. It wasn't an act of caprice. It was to receive the award. The boy's name is Spivey. He's only 10 years old. He's a little genius. One day he was in class, listening to his teacher talk about perpetual motion. On the spur of the moment, he made it straight away. This invention won him the prestigious Baird Prize. Spivey was so pleased that he went to his father to ask him for the prize, but his father threw a bucket of cold water on him. He said he was dreaming. He goes back to his mother. Mom is an entomologist. She's an entomologist and spends all her time in the lab. She doesn't even care about Spivey. The boy is very upset, so he wants to receive the prize, to make his parents pay more attention to him. That day, the train pulled into a small town. The hot dog shop caught his eye. His mother never let him eat hot dogs. She said they were junk food. He wanted to try one today. Just then, two policemen came by, with a missing person notice in their hands. It was Spivey's picture on it. Fortunately, it was dark. The salesman didn't recognize him. Spivey ran away. On his way back to the station, a red telephone box stopped him in his tracks. He wanted to call home. His mother apologizes excitedly and asks him where he is. His father said he had to use his plans to dig a waterway. His sister said she was waiting for Spivey to come back, to help her design her costume. He had never been so valued by his family. But all this, it was all just Spivey's fantasy. He didn't pick up the phone, or get on the train alone. He thought of his twin brother, the brother he had killed with a shotgun. The parents took a shotgun to their 10-year-old son as a toy. The shotgun ended up going off. The youngest son was shot and fell to the ground. His brother, who was playing with him, rushed to find his father, but it was too late. When the ambulance arrived, only his brother's body was taken away. The brother blamed himself. He hid in the bathroom all day. After this, his mother and father became very indifferent to him. No one asked about that day. Everyone seemed to his brother's body was taken away. The brother blamed himself. He hid in the bathroom all day. After this, his mother and father became very indifferent to him. No one asked about that day. Everyone seemed to agree that Spidey had killed his brother. As a young boy, Spidey tried very hard to be loved by his parents again. He wanted to be loved by his parents again. He was extremely gifted. He often went to university to attend lectures. Eventually, he invented the perpetual motion machine. He even won the Baird Prize, but his parents didn't believe him. They thought he was bragging. So, at the age of 10, Spidey embarked on a journey of several thousand miles to receive his prize alone. At night, he sat alone on the train, looking out of the window at the unfamiliar city. He could not hold back his tears. He missed home. He missed his mother. He opened his mother's diary, which he had stolen from her. In it, he recorded the three siblings' growth, the joys of birth, and the sorrow of loss. After his brother's death, she still used to wake him up every morning, until she realizes he is no longer there. Watching Spidey sitting alone on the seesaw, she was already in tears. When Spidey came to her, she had no time to think about it. When she looked back on it, she was in a state of endless remorse. Seeing all this, Spidey realized that his parents had been suffering in silence. They loved him deeply, but they had lost the ability to express their love. On the 5th day of his absence from home, the train finally arrives in Washington. Spidey got off the train, spread his suitcase out on the floor. He took out a few essentials. He decided to pack lightly for the last leg of the journey. He walked along the railway. He happened to come across a policeman on patrol. The policeman saw a child who was alone and wanted to take him back to the police station. Spidey saw the opportunity. He ran away. The policeman chased him all the way until a broken bridge. The gates opened just in time. The bridge was cut in two. The policeman looked at him and was delighted.
End of the line. Thanks for the exercise, but let's go.
But Spidey jumped straight over. He came out onto the road, exhausted, trying to hitch a ride. He waited for a long time. Finally, a truck pulls up. The driver, a warm, retired uncle. He saw how badly he was hurt. He told him to get to hospital. The two men took pictures together. They chatted the whole way. It's late at night. When Spidey woke up again, the driver had dropped him off in front of the Smithsonian. This was where he was to receive his award. He went to the front desk. He said he was Spidey. He was here to receive his award. The female officer was surprised to see him. He's just a kid. She didn't believe him. Spidey calmly explained to her.
I just transposed the principle of an electron gravitating around the nucleus. But as you know, to simulate its perpetual motion, we require the creation of negative entropy.
Hearing this, the female officer's eyes immediately lit up. She immediately realized that this kid is something else.
Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss any updates.